everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll share with you what I did in Durga Puja, the biggest festival of the Bengalis. Well, this year I am in Kolkata and I was pretty excited to spend the days with my family. So the first day is Shoshti. Well, it's not actually the first day, it's the 6th day of the Navratri 10 days festival. So it's actually the first day I went out around my locality and this is the first pandal I visited. The theme was all about lights. I guess it was Diwali themed, and the feeling of seeing Ma Durga along with her children and getting in all the excitement, the festivities and the positivities was such a good feeling. The streets were decorated so nicely, but the weather was bad and it started raining and we got stuck. And so we went to a cafe. We were super hungry and we ordered a plate full of momo along with that miso soup. It was pretty yummy. It was worth the pause. We booked an Uber and we headed to Salt Lake. The post-rain, along with the lights, the bouquet, everything was like a poem, like a dream to me. We got down on the second panel and the theme was of orthodox educational system in India, which is stopping the students or the kids from achieving their non-academic dreams. We headed to FD block, which is another big Pujo beside the previous one, and as you can see, the whole place was so I'll say animated and festive. But seeing the crowd, I did not go in, so I just hanged around outside for some time. I saw the fan which is revolving over there, if you haven't seen it yet, and then we headed back home. It was quite a fruitful day and there was a small puja happening beside my house, and it was so cute and the best one for the day. The second day, Shaptami started of us heading to North Kolkata to see the Barwari Pujo. We were pretty excited to start the day with a good clear sky and to see all the historical old Pujo of Kolkata. So we got down at Shobha Bazaar. You can see the place was pretty crowded. The central part of Kolkata, so generally you will see much more people. So the first location is Shobha Bazaar Rajbari. This is the place to see the Bengali Barwari Pujo, and if you see the architecture, like, just wait for it. This is so beautiful. It was so beautiful, I was so speechless. Absolutely. I gave you some time to enjoy and feel the place. So beautiful everywhere. This puja was actually established in 1757 and it was the first public puja of Bengal. So it's a pretty big deal to come over here and get to see this goddess. And I'm lucky to be a part of it. You see the inside. Wow, beautiful. And staying some time over here, it's time to move on. And it's actually fun to go out and roam with the people and be a part of the crowd of such a huge big festival. You can feel the positivity, you can feel the happiness around, and everybody was in such a good mood. Everything was going so perfect. We were pretty hungry, so we got into a cafe again, but the experience was terrible because the food was overpriced, extremely overpriced, and the taste was not good enough. But we got the rest. So, and then we headed to the next stop, but for that we need to take a metro, and this is the first time I'm taking a metro in Kolkata. We got down in Girish Park. My shoelaces were coming off. It was pretty hot and the situation was very messed up. But we took the turn and again we saw lights, and I get pretty excited when I see the lights. This was a random pandal on the road, but the idol was so beautiful. It took my heart. The next location was Jolashako Dabari. So there are two Dabaris. This is the first one we visited. And as you can see, The interior was kind of different from the previous one, but the designs, the patterns, the colors, the architecture, the railings, everything was very mesmerizing. Not to mention the creeper plants made a plus to the whole design. Now that's a Shabeki traditional Bengali Pujo. The second location was Jorashako Dhabari, but it is the second part of the previous Dhabari. So they have two puja happening in their Da family. As you can see, the interior was a little bit different, but the chandeliers, the lights, the archways, the verandas, or the kind of god, the idol type they make is very similar. So what do you think was the best among these three, Bonedi Bari or the heritage in-house puja? It was time for a snack break as we were super hungry and super tired and it was super hot. Everything was superlative and I love French fries at any time of the day. After the well-rested break, we roamed around again for a little bit and we caught a cab and it was time to wrap up Shop to Me. To sum it up, it was a very well spent, a memorable day for me. My Ashtami started with visiting a local pandal. The theme in here was peace. So you can see some abstract arts, some Buddhism, some peace signs and symbols. Then we headed to the Access Mall and you can see there was a small Durga idol in here, and that's me trying to be so awkwardly posing in front of so many people. We were hungry again and this is our evening snacks. Took a break from work and my breakover was over, so back to work. Well, I didn't get holidays in these last 2 days, so the last day or the second last day Navami started with visiting the local areas. Again, I didn't get holidays, so I squeezed my time between my work. So again, I saw some pandals in the D block, kind of my locality again. I was more of taking in the ambience, the festivity, the feels of everything and everyone being so happy around me. I enjoyed that a lot. Now I saw something very unique in front of a random pandal. This is the augmented reality app. It's called Aurav. So you scan that image and when you point the camera from the app on toward the sky, you can see some augmented reality animated characters. I want the characters. There is the galaxy on the Milky Way, and then there are goddesses which resembles Durga, and it was a fun experience. And that's how I wrapped up the nearby areas. Then we headed to the biggest pujo in Newtown, which is the Newtown Pujo, of course. It's in front of the Central Mall. There was riot of colors and lights and artistic characters. The theme here was Bongo Janani, or translated as the Mother of Bengal. Hence you can see the display of various cultures and traditions throughout Bengal. The USP of this pandal was that the 5 priests all were women, so that was very unique over here. And the experience, the ambience, it was also pretty unique. It was like everything is happening together at the same time. Also, if you notice the ceiling, the arts, the paintings, my god, so artistic. Well, that's how I spent my puja. I hope you all had a very wonderful Durga Puja and a happy Navratri. Till next time, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more.